Coach Sanderson wasn't on the ice this morning. Is he okay? Will he be able to play?
He's day to day. I mean, it could be potential for tonight, but I don't expect him tonight. Pizik definitely goes in. That was planned all along. In all likelihood, we'll have the 6 we had out there.
The sheet said Samuelson was on the ice for the last shift of the game. Is that something he played through during the game?
Yeah, that's why I say he could be fine to play tonight, but if not, it's very short term. That's what we expect. Anderson.
Did he need a break? Because normally, like you would maybe you used him Friday, Monday, and used Dustin on Sunday. Did he just need a little bit of a break?
Yeah, I think anytime, with Andy, as I mentioned, we're staying with what I've mentioned a couple weeks ago. He's been our number one, and when he's ready to go, and we feel he's ready to go, and we give him enough, time in between games, that he'll go in there. So, yeah, I don't know specifically. I'm just telling you that's how we process it. So, you're asking me something can't quite recall days in between and rest period, but for him it's a lot of work to rest ratio.
Yeah, he had played on Wednesday, and then he had a game Friday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
He went Dustin Friday, Monday, and Andy.
Yeah, you're asking me to go back too many days. Way too many days. And you know what? I don't have any idea what day of the week we played games, so now you're really messing with me.
Well, you're going to hate this question because I'm asking you to go back a year.
Yeah, year might be easier.
A year might be easier.
Yeah.
A year yesterday, you were finishing up an 18-game losing streak.
Geez, thanks for that, John.
Well, there's a bright side to this.
Yeah.
Isn't there? Isn't there a bright side to this that a year ago today may have been one of the lowest points of the franchise, and a year ago and today, you guys are on this 8-3-2 run for the month of March. Can you reflect on just what has transpired? I know it's a big question, but just is there some sense of, I'm not sure, validation, or do you see, can we finally see the light at the end of the tunnel here, given where this team was a year ago?
Yeah, I mean, you bring up where we were a year ago today, and we were in that string of 18 without a win, and I remember really well, because it's still on my phone, is a text message from Kyle Okposo. We blew a 3-0 lead, I think, home against Philly. And he sent me a message, I'll paraphrase, that we're going to get a win tomorrow. Or I don't know if we had a day off in between.
Day off.
Yeah, and so maybe it was the next day, and he said, we will win. And he said a few other nice things for me as a coach that you'd love to hear, that, the room felt it, the belief system had changed, the confidence was there. And I've always talked about, you have to be confident before you win. If your confidence is coming from wins, the bottom's going to fall out. And so that message to me from, my experience coaching was a great one, to hear a player that's our leader text me, and we just not won in 18 games, say we have all the confidence in the world. It's going to happen, pretty much guarantee tomorrow. And that message will stick with me forever, because it's you're trying to get that belief system, and the guys that that ownership, that clarity that they know how to win and what they're executing, and they just gave up 3 goals, but they're not overwhelmed by it. It's not a mystery. Like, they can see right through that to what they need to do, and so that moment was really big behind the scenes. What transpired there, because it was a whole shift in a belief system. So for me as a coach at that point, it was like, our guys got this. We're going to go the right direction from here forward.
Do you think that this run here reflects maybe an overall mentality towards that they now have the confidence to overcome a 4-0 deficit as they did against Chicago, and just what they've done over this month? It's become a collective belief.
Yeah. What'd you say in the middle of there, John? Do we believe this? To me, doesn't feel.
I mean, no. But what Okposo said in his text seems to now reflect what that room.
Well, here's what I do think. We don't feel like we're on a string.
Okay.
I don't feel like we're on a string. I feel that we're healthier than we've been at any point in the last 4 months, since the very first couple games of the year. I mean, like I said, we looked at the board and we had 10, 11 guys in the board that weren't in the lineup. And so you're just trying to survive the months of, for us, December, January, in February to get guys back. I talked to lots about how important it is to get Hinostroza back and Gergensen's back. And we're seeing that difference now. And, Samuelson had that injury at the start of the year. I mean, we missed Samuelson. And I think everybody's starting to realize what I mean when I said that earlier in the year. So we're healthy. And I don't think of it in strings at all because we can't afford to ride any ups and downs anyway. You can't ride the up, can't ride the down. And I think the other night, even after the game, our guys weren't hysterical. It was like, yeah, we got our job done, and we were down 4-0. It was ugly. We knew we needed to get back in this game. There were 40 minutes left, and we had a vision of what we needed to do, and we executed, and it worked out. And now we got the next game to move on to. And I like that mentality. And I'm sure that there was a celebration, but it was subdued to the point of, we just need to do these things. These things need to get done.
Sorry to prolong this, folks, but I just one follow. The process of getting to that point, of having that feeling that we were not panicking and we can do this. Did that take a long time?
Yeah, you piece that together. Over the last 12 months, that's been pieced together. Like I mentioned to you guys many times, we see it in practice, their execution before you see it in a game. It might be a month lag between, what a player or what your team executes. We see moments in a game or segments in a game early in the year that we could dominate, but we couldn't string segments together. And that's ongoing, and that's, it's a quest for every team in the league. We're no different in that regard, but we have a capacity to grow individually and collectively like teams don't, and it's just, that's a fact. I mean, you look at just the power plays, for the top teams in the league, those guys have played together for years and years and years. And so for them to get much better, they can't. They've kind of operate at their peak, and they've operated at their peak for years. We're not even close to it. So we just have to keep chipping away, and that's exciting, and it's exciting our guys are feeling that.
For the last 3 or 4 weeks, Asplund has been himself. How did you convince him to get out of his own head, maybe not worrying about that you're not scoring it? Because you've talked about sometimes he does get into his head. How did you get him out of that and get him back to playing the way he's capable?
Yeah, I don't know that I can take credit for that. I think he's worked really hard. He has. I think all the coaches talk to these guys regularly and try to support them. Getting back to their game or getting to their game. And again, I think it's helped that everybody's been, we've been stronger as a team around him, as we have been stronger around our goalies and stronger around our defensive zone, because we have, we're getting healthier, and that helps everybody get to their game easier, better. All right.